everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs in the Binding of Isaac. Got a very Canadian-themed run today. Hey, wait, where are you going? Just because the run isn't necessarily about your country doesn't mean it's not going to be entertaining. This run is called Penniless, suggested by YouTube user Hacks, Glitches, and More. Now, if you are not familiar, Canada recently discontinued production of the penny, making us, you know, like one of the second Commonwealth countries, or one of the Commonwealth countries, I should say, second after Australia, otherwise that doesn't really make any sense, that has gotten rid of the penny as a form of, you know, a denomination of currency, essentially. So, for this run, I am starting with the quarter. I can't believe I almost took damage there. I'm starting with the quarter, but I'm not allowed to pick up any pennies for the duration of the run. If I pick up pennies, this wasn't actually listed as a stipulation in the initial challenge run suggestion, but if I pick up pennies, I'm gonna have to hurt myself, which is gonna make this a little bit more difficult, I think. But I did start with the quarter. Other than that, it is basically a vanilla run. The only thing I have to watch out for is, not being able to pick up money except nickels and dimes. So nickels and dimes are going to be okay, pennies are not. And you know what? I think this is probably by definition almost one of the literally most balanced runs we could get. Because if I had to guess how many pennies one picks up on an average Isaac run, it would probably be somewhere in the vicinity of around 25 pennies. So, you know, I would not be surprised if this was literally about equivalent. We start with 25 cents, but we are unable to pick up the 25 individual cents that will appear over the course of this run. Now, again, as always, I should iterate here, or reiterate, that I'm going to do my damnedest to remember the conditions of the challenge run, but if I do at some point pick up a penny and fail to hurt myself, it's not because I am a total asshole who doesn't respect the sanctity of challenge runs. It's more likely just because I'm kind of a forgetful dude sometimes. So we're going to be on the lookout for the item rooms here, of course. Chariot, pretty solid card. I wonder if I could pop the Chariot and play this Demon Judgment until the cows come home. I'm not sure if that would actually work, and I might want to use the Chariot card on one of these bosses instead. But in the meantime, we're going to pick up all of this health that remains over here. It also, you know, not being able to use or pick up pennies creates an interesting kind of dynamic for things like blowing up rocks to get to chests, because I'm probably not that interested in doing that now, because the chest might contain bombs or keys, but those pennies are oftentimes kind of like minimal balancers to make it worthwhile, if that makes any sense at all. It probably does not, because I explained it in the most roundabout way possible. But you know, if you trade a bomb for a chest, odds are you're going to get a bomb or a key, and then a little bit of money on top of it, which makes it, you know, slightly mathematically better, I guess. I don't really want to pop that open. I mean, I do, but I need keys first in order to make that happen. So, you know, it adds a slight little change to the game. I don't think it's going to make an enormous difference in things over the course of the entire game, but it may indeed. Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm definitely going to buy the map for 7 cents. I'm not going to buy the tarot card for 5 cents, because the Chariot is already pretty solid, in my own opinion. Now that we have the map, we can get to the secret room easily, which, again, do I really want to go to the secret room, considering that the secret room is likely to contain, you know, anywhere between 3 and 9 pennies? If it had a single nickel, it would probably pay for itself, but, again, it just adds an interesting kind of new thought process, shall we say, a new criteria for thinking when I'm deciding what I should do with my limited amounts of bombs and keys. Now, if we get the bomb bag, if we get a skeleton key, it's going to become a little less important, but for now, it's certainly an interesting kind of style, or an interesting new mechanic, shall we say. So, we're going to pick up growth hormones, which is an awesome syringe to get. I'm going to continue exploring here, because I'm absolutely interested in picking up a second key. If we don't get a second key, I'll continue trying to get an item from Demon Judgment, or maybe I'll just try to snag an item from regular Judgment here. I do have a D6. I'm spending a lot of money here, which is kind of unfortunate, because we're not going to get a lot of money over the course of the rest of the game. Especially, yeah, I mean, being below 50, I'm going to take the ladder for sure. Being below 15 cents means the shops are not going to be as viable as they oftentimes are, but I really can't complain about this floor, given how things have gone so far. Now, is it worth going to the secret room? I'm at least going to check, even though it's likely to just contain pennies, but there is a dime in here as well, so this is actually incredibly lucky by my standards. Now, we'll pick that up, but not pick up any of the pennies, and we shall leave. You know, people had a very visceral reaction to getting rid of the penny. There were people in Canada who were like, well, you know, as angry as Canadians can get about it, which I never understood, because to me the penny has always been basically a useless form of currency, but I guess there are some people who hold, you know, kind of traditional viewpoints on it that feel differently. I probably should have used my single bomb to blow up the secret room from this direction so I could get to this chest. There's a nickel in there. Again, feel pretty good about my decision now. And I am going to try to use the Chariot to play Demon Judgment more, because there's not that many hearts remaining. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but it's worth a try, is it not? It is indeed. At the very least, we can play it 4 times. We got 4 free plays of Demon Judgment. I can't really complain about that. We'll fight these bosses, and we'll take that health that we're going to get from them and, you know, try to play Demon Judgment again. Because the ability to get a free Deal with the Devil item is absolutely nothing to sneeze at right here. I'm just trying to maximize all my advantages. This has kind of been the strongest first floor for a vanilla run that I think I've had in a long time. Just getting that speed plus damage upgrade right off the bat actually makes an enormous difference, believe it or not. Especially as you can see, we're taking out Pin much more quickly than we often do. But I will admit that it has been kind of a slow floor because I'm trying to play all of my advantages as well as I can here. We'll definitely take Squeezy. I could have re-rolled that, but why don't we save our re-roll for the potential of a Deal with the Devil in here. I will obviously take my cube of meat. I'm going to hope that Famine creates some red hearts after he dies, at which point I will be able to use those to play Demon Judgment. Or if I just don't take damage against Famine, I'll probably play the shit out of Demon Judgment, because now I have these Spirit Hearts to kind of guard my existing red hearts. So any second now, yeah, he will become this. Wow, I can't believe I somehow managed to dodge that. I'm actually traveling a little bit faster than I'm used to, which is not good because it kind of adjusts my dodging a little bit in a way that I don't necessarily feel is conducive towards success. Let's get our cube of meat, check out our Deal with the Devil. I'll probably re-roll if there's no good Deal with the Devil items, but there is Brimstone, so you know what, we're gonna pick that up. And I guess we can play Demon Judgment like once now, and then come back in, and then, it's not the greatest situation, but, you know, we'll do what we can here. We can play him 3 times if I wanted to do ultimate backtracking, which I may or may not want to do. It's actually been a while since we've had Brimstone. It'll be interesting to see if this works out well for us in the long run. You know what? I feel like I absolutely would be remiss if I didn't at least try to get this Demon Judgment item after spending so much time on this floor already. So let's go back, we'll try to get this heart. If it doesn't work out for us, where did that penny come from? If it doesn't work out for us, we'll just leave. Now, keep in mind, it might seem like this is being pretty overpowered here, considering we have a damage upgrade and Brimstone already right out the bat, but we're suffering pretty substantially from a health standpoint right now. And beyond that, we couldn't go to that second item room, which is a piss off for sure. I'm just going to play this a couple times to see if we get a key. Well, we got another Spirit Heart very quickly, which is insanely valuable. And I'm going to play this till I get down to 22 cents, which is 1 15-cent item plus 1 7-cent item. This is the most time that I think I've actively spent on a first floor doing some backtracking. This is our last play right here. So sadly, we did end up missing out on 1 item. Might have been worthwhile to go back and buy that tarot card from the shop, but yeah, you know. Wow, not that interested in it. Let us instead go down. Oh, don't pick up the penny, then you gotta hurt yourself. And this is like our pie in the sky last chance here. Will Demon Judgment pay out? It could make a huge difference if he ends up giving us like Spirit of the Night or something. He ended up giving us the Ouija board, which is worthless, but I can re-roll it and pick up Mom's bra. Not interested. So that was kind of a waste of time, but at least we gave it the old college try. Ouija board would have been useful, I guess, maybe before we had gone through with that Deal with the Devil. What I was worried about is that Demon Judgment would give us, like, Mom's Knife or something, and all of a sudden, giving up those 2 HP upgrades to the Devil would have seemed totally useless. But in any case, I can't complain. We're doing totally fine right now, especially from a damage perspective. Not just damage, but Brimstone's great because it allows you to, you know, shoot over rocks and whatnot. I would absolutely love to go to the item room in the shop on this floor, but in order to have that happen, we are absolutely going to need to pick up some keys, the odds of which vary, I suppose. Nothing there, sadly. We could really use some luck-up pills to help us out as well. So far, it's been a very low-key, kind of casual run here. Sorry, low-key, not like Loki, the god of mischief. That would be pretty fucking crazy if the Norse god of mischief just showed up. Although, I guess, you know, to be honest with you, Loki shows up all the time. Alright, so we're just gonna kill this guy. This floor should be much easier than... Oh! Okay, I gotta hurt myself because I took a penny. I'll take damage against whatever enemy is on this room right here. So we'll just get hit instantly by one of those. There we go. I thought about giving myself, like, kamikaze to make this run work as well, but at the same time, I don't think it would be totally fair to just give me a quarter, have me take kamikaze, and then say, you know, that's fair. That's how we're gonna balance this run. You're gonna take one of the worst items in the game, in exchange for an item that is really not all that good in the whole scheme of things. Obviously, there's a lot of options for what I want to do with my remaining quarter funds here. of which we have 23 cents because we've gotten pretty lucky so far with actually getting drops. What is this one? The Fool. We'll just take our pill instead. Please be good, please be good. Bad gas. At least it's not awful. That secret room interests me, but in the meantime, we're just going to continue moving forwards because in the end, what interests me more than the possibility of getting to the secret room is the possibility of surviving by getting more tinted rocks, because spirit hearts are obviously incredibly valuable for us so far. Or right now, I should say. No keys at all on this floor, which is absolutely goddamn terrible, but on the bright side, we do have a D6 ready to take out Gertie here. This is a Gertie that will not be able to shoot us. It will only create enemies, which is actually the best Gertie we could fight by far. It's going to mean that this fight is going to take goddamn forever. But wouldn't it be sweet if instead of taking goddamn forever, it just took Batman forever? But in any case, I digress. Basically, whatever Gertie gives us, we're going to be cool with, unless it is, you know, Pageant Boy or something like that, because obviously I don't want the pennies. But I really need all stats up right now. Like, ideally, a single all stats upgrade, of course, but really HP, tears, damage, speed even I would probably be okay with. The opportunity to get a flying item, rage. There's many paths to success for us here. But all roads at some point are going to lead through HP, so I definitely would not look a gift horse in the mouth if she ended up just giving us breakfast or something like that. Gertie is dead. We get meat, which is actually a totally solid upgrade, and now we've got kind of a moment of reckoning up here in this deal with the devil. It is going to be Krampus, so I will probably just kill Krampus and take Lump of Coal, although don't get me wrong, the idea of killing Krampus and then re-rolling interests me as well. But I want to make sure that, you know, we're getting an item we can use, and we can use Lump of Coal as far as I know. So we do get the tears upgrade from meat as well as the HP. It really could not have been much better unless we ended up picking up like a straight up huge raw HP upgrade. Something, that was terrible. Something like a raw liver or something. So, oh, I took the penny. I will hurt myself. I will find a way once we get down to the next floor, but I have taken Lump of Coal as well. You know, if I got one more bomb, I would love to be able to use it to go to the shop, is the thing. But I don't think that's going to be in the cards. We're really doing very poorly when it comes to bombs and keys. Don't worry, I remember that I have to take one more hit. We'll take it on whatever this enemy is in here. So just hit me, please. Thank you. And now we will proceed. I'm actually kind of in a tough... Oh my god, I walked over the spikes. I'm actually in kind of a tough spot here. Because I have no way to replenish my spirit hearts, and I'm extremely low on red hearts. Well, I mean, I'm at full red hearts, but I'm also extremely low when it comes to red heart containers. Well, I guess they heard my cry there, and have sought to make me not be such a baby man. We have a heart in there. If we get an arcade, that'll be useful. Absolutely going to pick up the compass. That is an awesome... basically completely random event to have happen. To be able to buy the map for 7 cents and then pick up the compass for free, just for the pleasure, really, of fighting these enemies is fantastic. Now, I really would love Bloody Lust. We haven't been to an item room or a shop in a long time, so keys would also be valuable. I guess that would be the only thing I would want before picking up the compass, would be something like a skeleton key, but I'm not going to complain about that at all. Since we are doing really well right now, I'm just going to go fight our boss right away. This is one of the easiest bosses in the game to be sure. Probably one of the ones most due for a rebalancing when Rebirth comes out. But he is dead, and we have gotten another HP upgrade and another deal with the devil. But I'm kind of scared about doing anything about it here. The only thing that would make this work for me is if there was Guppy's Paw, so I am going to pop a reroll. Pop a reroll, by the way. Sounds like a great, like, casino boss or something from a video game. I would love to pick up Spirit of the Night. I don't think it's worth it in this situation. Believe you me, I would absolutely love to get it, but I don't think it's worth it, unfortunately. Maybe if we'd gotten more HP over the course of the game. Maybe if at some point we could give up those hearts and roll Spirit Hearts only, but as of right now, it's a less than ideal situation. We're still trying to stack up red hearts here. I can make this run work with just a little bit more health, and obviously we're still looking for keys here, which has been a real sore spot for us over the course of this run so far. I don't know, the last time we picked up a key, I believe, was on the first floor, which is kind of crazy. The random number generator has been... Oh my god, I walked over it. Okay, fine, we'll just lose our spirit heart there. The random number generator has been fine to me at times, but also terrible to me at other times. You know, with respect to getting the map and the compass, obviously, I'm pretty excited about that. but not as excited about not having any keys at all. To use my money at the shop, we're getting so many red hearts. An arcade would be awesome as well to allow me to actually get more money. You know what? I think we should use this pill, or use this bomb to get this pill. I probably could have done that and gotten to the secret room as well, but let's see what this is. Okay, those pills had literally zero effect. Please give us a key. Oh, there's a blood bank. Okay, that's actually really good. But we don't want to pick up pennies from the blood bank. We just kind of want the HP upgrade to show up. I might be able to abuse a... wow, that's fantastic. I might actually want to abuse a loophole here and, like, hurt myself by picking up the pennies and then, you know, go to the blood bank, but whatever. That train has sailed now. Still no keys on this floor because, you know, somebody up there hates us, I guess. We'll check out our secret room quickly to see what we get. It is just a room full of pennies, as is kind of to be expected. And we'll head down to the next floor. Could feel a little bit sore about what happened on this floor, but the fact that we kind of doubled our existing heart containers makes me feel very good about things. We just kind of desperately need a key, and I need to desperately stop walking over pennies, which has kind of made this run a little bit sad for me so far. Let's continue onwards here. These mob trap rooms have basically been a girl's best friend, at least so far on this run. Oh, thank the Lord. 1 bomb for 2 bombs and a key. I definitely could have opened that while still getting to the secret room. I really need to pay more attention to that. Don't get me wrong. I realize that it is totally my bad. But there's another situation where we can just trade 1 bomb to get 2 bombs. 1 bomb to get 3 bombs. That's actually fantastic that we've ended up on that room twice in a row. We probably want to go to the shop instead of going to the item room. But we are going to... Oh, watch out for the blue spikes. Yes, thank you for killing yourself. We are going to try to check out both. Just, yeah, get out of there as fast as possible. Again, another bomb. Bombs have been coming fast and furious here. What do we have in our... Well, again, 2 more bombs. I don't even have a trinket that adjusts our... Like, it causes us to get more bombs. I'm definitely just going to take ROID Rage. I haven't used D6 as much as I might normally, mostly because I've been getting these, like, mid to high tier items. Items that are not necessarily automatic pickups. But good enough that I don't want to reroll them and risk getting something much worse. Again, like that mom's bra situation we had earlier. Not that Ouija board would have helped us at all. Again, we get another bomb, but mostly I'm psyched about the speed plus range upgrade we got in there. I want to play Judgment. If I end up fighting Greed, I'm not going to be happy about it, but at least we will get some more money. And there's more keys here, and I can use bombs to get them, but ideally, we'll just keep a couple of these dudes alive, and they will open up the key situation for us. That was bad damage to take. That's okay, though. They've opened up both of them now, so I can kill them. And thank you for the free keys. Now we can go to the item room and possibly get some good stuff going here. Although I don't hold out a lot of hope. I mean, there's always it's that sad moment where you're like, okay, finally we've got keys to go to the item room, and then the item room is like, cool, mom's bra. Cool, mom's pad. We've already had mom's bra, so I don't expect that to show up. I don't know why, I just had the feeling that Super Greed was due to show up. But again, maybe he'll give us the quarter, and I could just re-roll it. Because there's only 1 shop left over. He actually... Oh, okay. Careful. I almost instinctively picked up those pennies. That's why this run is kind of difficult. We got the Hanged Man. That'll allow us to fly. Now we can go back to this item room up here, and we are looking for a passive or a dope-ass active. Let's see what we've got in here. Dad's Rights or Blood Rights is not it. You know what? We will take Little Steven. That's fine. We'll get a reroll ready for this boss room. We are absolutely going to play the shit out of Judgment here. I would just love an HP upgrade. Judgment is pretty good about giving you HP upgrades, so I would be psyched to see that. The keys are beneficial as well. Kind of wish we got them a little earlier. Notched Axe is probably going to be the next target of our reroll. Fuck the boss, fuck the potential deals with the devil. We need to reroll that Notched Axe so that something positive can actually result. Let's just hang out here. It should be an easy-ish room, not just because those green guys are shooting bombs, but also because I can shoot over them. Basically by way of this fake Ouija board that I've got going on with Brimstone here. Now, I never realized how much the ladder actually helps us on this exact room layout, but that's okay. Since we have crazy speed, let's go back here and reroll Notched Axe quickly. Judgment is straight up trolling me with that Notched Axe item. But let's reroll, and instead we pick up the poop. Okay, now that is straight up trolling. We are definitely going to check out our secret room. You never know, there could be a 1-up or an Onk in there, or an Epic Fetus. That is just a slot machine, which I'm not that interested in playing. Save our money instead, again, for the potentiality of a Judgment. Demon Judgment interests me a great deal. We're okay there. I think the cube of meat actually destroyed that angry fly. Another key, and we will have one last room. Actually, there's 2 rooms left, but one last room to functionally recharge this D6, which I will probably use on the poop again because the boss will almost certainly give me a passive. If it's Pageant Boy, I'm not going to be happy about it, but I still think it's in our best interest to come down here and reroll the poop for the potentiality of picking up something much, much better. We don't really have all that many hearts on this level, so I'm hoping the boss will drop some so I have a chance to play that Demon Judgment. But in the meantime, reroll this, we get Teleport. That is a series of disappointing items from Judgment, sadly. So let us come through, and I guess we'll fight wherever our boss is on this floor. It's Necropolis, could be difficult, could be not so difficult. We're fairly strong as runs go by this point in the game, but that'll change pretty drastically quickly. This is one of the easiest bosses we could be fighting at this point in the game, for sure. Ignore the fact that I've taken damage already. He has not moved at all over the course of this fight so far. There we go, finally, like a minute in, when he's 90% dead. We got a little bit of health, but not really all that much. We got a range upgrade. A very disappointing floor, I've got to say. I'm not even going to play that Demon Judgment. You know what? I'll play the Demon Judgment until I get down to half health. I have faith that we will get more Red Heart drops due to Child's Heart. And we probably won't get Necropolis 2. We'll probably get the Depths part 2, which should be a little easier. So we'll play this guy 3 times. That's my version of hedging my bets and gambling safely. One more. Alright, that is incredibly disappointing. Shall we? To the next floor, then. Might want to check out that last room in here, but I'm getting very cautious about my remaining health. It's a little on the low side right now. We do have an arcade, which is exactly what I would be looking for. This shop should also be valuable. I can basically spend as much money as I want in here. Nun's Habit, obviously an automatic buy, as is this key, and now our money situation kind of just doesn't matter, because we're out of shops. We might run across more judgments, but it's not a certainty. And you know what? We do have enough keys now to open up this golden chest. I never thought I'd see the day, but a bomb and a key for a golden chest here seems like a solid pickup. The only thing is, I worry about there being pennies in there that I'll accidentally pick up. Well, that's exactly how that shit went down. Basically, I just want the single half red heart. There we go. Ended up picking that up without too much fuss. Let's take this room a little carefully. I should be able to kill all these enemies without getting hit. And again, that nickel is definitely playable for me. PhD, just gonna pick it up, no questions asked. I want that nickel, so we're gonna sprint for it. Ended up getting it and not picking up any pennies, which is, again, surprising enough in its own right. We kind of desperately need to kill some of these hearts as soon as possible, otherwise crowd control is going to be a real issue for us. There we go. Now, of course I want to go to this arcade and play the blood bank, but in order to do so, the first thing I need to do is actually find some red hearts on the map so that I can be 100% confident. That's not worth 2 keys. So I can be 100% confident that we will be able to replenish our red hearts, should I lose them all on that blood bank. But the ability to get another HP upgrade is basically borderline fucking essential at this point. Obviously, that penny actually kind of throws the situation out of whack there. I don't want anything to do with it. Barely got through there without taking damage, believe it or not, despite that being a relatively easy room given our position of the game. And of course, after I said we're not going to get Necropolis again, we just promptly get Necropolis again. Now, let's come down here. I think I'm okay to put a bomb there and just go back to the secret room. That was the scariest way to make that happen. A bomb for 5 cents is still probably a solid enough deal, given that we can possibly find a judgment later. And we've actually done very well for money so far. I don't even need to go over here. That's the... Okay, so there's at least 2 red hearts that I can go back and get. I totally forgot, by the way, that I don't need to use keys. I can just walk over and make this happen. So that'll actually give us a lot of bombs and keys as a result. I just don't want to pick up these pennies, of course. I think we actually made that happen. We'll just leave that last key there because I don't want to end up having to hurt myself. Again, you could possibly cheap out a little bit. That was really bad, actually, on my part. You could possibly cheap out a little bit and just say that, you know, I'll go to the blood bank to hurt myself, but I don't think that is 100% fair to either you or me. I want to have a little bit more confidence in myself to not have to resort to those kind of tactics to beat the game. Might be called ingenuity by some. I think it's a little cheesy, though. Perhaps dangerously cheesy. That's what Chester Cheetah has meant all these years. Let us kill this dude and continue onwards. That penny doesn't interest me. Might just kind of immediately go fight the boss, who is absolutely going to be Mom. Should probably get some health back before I do it. and definitely don't want to get that penny. But it's a scary way back, so you know what? I think I'm just going to go for it. We should be okay no matter what mom we're fighting. Blue mom, obviously, traditionally the worst, but not really that big of a problem because Brimstone will allow us to kill both mom and enemies simultaneously, which is basically what we want in any kind of series of items. And especially, you know, it hasn't really spawned all that many enemies so far, and, you know, that tactical dodge there actually got all 3 of those dudes killed, so that's fine by me. I have taken our first little bit of damage here. Now I'm just going to kind of try to stay in the middle, because when you go to the sides, the foot has a better chance to fall on you. Again, this has gone very well so far. We're going to be totally fine here, and I don't feel so bad about not picking up that health earlier. It's really the greed heads that are the most annoying, because they not only are annoying to run into. I'm going to reroll that Pageant Boy for sure. Speed upgrade beats Pageant Boy. But also, you know, they create that kind of matrix of shots that makes it difficult to dodge. We are going down to the next floor. Compass and map is going to make this super quick, hopefully. I mean, we're right next to the boss room, so that helps as well. I probably should have used the Hangman. That would have helped me avoid damage on this room. And we're just going to go fight our boss right away, which, I mean, we are going to have the D6 charge, because if for no other reason than getting hit once will actually give it to us by way of the Nun's Habit that we picked up. We really want/need to get a better spacebar item. Preferably one that regenerates Spirit Hearts. That's kind of what I'm in the market for right now. Daddy Longlegs shouldn't be strong enough to kill us. Stranger things have happened, though. Mostly I just really need to watch out for that kind of series of shots that he shoots out once he dies, but that shouldn't be too bad. He's dead already. He has such a weird death animation. And you know what? I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm going to take the crate here. It doesn't give us a penny, which surprised me, but... Oh, it does, actually. I just didn't see it. Okay. The pill is bad gas, I think, isn't it? I found pills. So let's just get that off the map. Obviously, we want to pick up this key. I mostly picked this up... Ooh, I almost got that. I mostly picked this up for the Spirit Heart. What's this one? The Hanged Man? Yep, that beats what the other card was, I believe. So it's down to the next floor, and Mom's Heart, again, should be an easy fight. After that, things are going to get a little trickier, and, you know, we'll see how that works out for us in the long run. But for now, I definitely don't foresee us dying before the Cathedral, unless this womb floor ends up being unbelievably difficult. And, you know, things can change pretty drastically, pretty quickly, because I'm not necessarily rolling with, you know, fantastic health at this point, as you can probably guess. I love when Loki spawns the bomb flies right away, rather than shooting the bullets, because it means I can just do, like, double damage to him without any kind of risk to myself, which is awesome. There's a penny that obviously we don't want. I do want to go to that mob trap room, but that's not really in the cards for us just yet. Again, another penny that we can't use, but on the bright side, we are getting D6 supercharged for our boss fight here. And through some creative dodging, I managed not to get hit by those laser flies. This is a very good style, or a very good room for Brimstone to work on. If I can get out of this floor without taking damage, I would be an extraordinarily happy camper. Wow, that has gone very, very well, actually. So it's time for our Mom's Heart boss fight. Having not taken any damage up to this point means I am probably extraordinarily likely to take damage now. I do want to get in there, but at the same time, I don't want to get in there because we're going to Zelda that pill over our head, and that is going to be super annoying. Picking up a bomb from an enemy on the Mom's Heart boss fight is always awesome, though, because, you know, rarely are you running on basically infinite bombs, or infinite functional bombs anyway, unless you have a Epic Fetus or Fetus in a Jar or something. And I kind of don't even need to use my bombs, because I do have the piercing shots, but it does speed up the fight regardless. So I think it's a smart idea. It'll be firing its own bombs very, very shortly. There we go. Again, whenever we get to Mom permanently firing bombs before Chubb, I consider that to be a good fight. And we're actually going to get off of this floor without taking damage, as far as I can tell right now. Which, again, makes me an extraordinarily happy camper. And we're actually going very quickly right now. This is a run you should show people whenever they say, you know, I don't think Brimstone is actually that good. Because we've basically only had Brimstone on this run. And it's made for a pretty solid one so far. Let's see what this pill does first. Speed up, that's fine by me. We're getting kind of into a dangerous speed area here. Now, it's an interesting question at this point. Curse of Darkness is real shitty, obviously, because we're going to be lacking our map and compass, which is actually an enormous detriment right here. Hopefully we'll be able to survive regardless, but this is actually the scariest kind of factor we've had to deal with so far. And it worries me a great deal, especially as these guys... I got so lucky that one stopped right in front of me. I mean, I got hit right afterwards, but I'm starting to think that we might actually not have any chance at all to get down to the chest as we go through more and more of these kind of insanely difficult rooms. I really wish we had map and compass. I want that key, but I can't afford to hurt myself. And I'm not about to give up my principles now, after having gone for so long. One more hit will kill us. That might happen, like, right here. Which is a damn shame, because that run was going so well up until that exact moment. But in any case, thank you to Hacks, Glitches, and More for that challenge run suggestion. There's 2 reasons you should point people to this run. One is whenever they say Brimstone's not that good. The other is when they say, oh, you know, I think the womb is harder than the cathedral. I don't know if anybody's ever said that, but that's probably the clearest illustration I've ever seen of how quickly the difficulty ramps up after that, you know, original game content is over. But again, in any case, thank you for that challenge run suggestion. Very casual, laid-back run to start today, but as always, continue suggesting your own, and I will do the ones I deem most entertaining or appropriate. By the way, just suggest them in the comments. I've been getting a lot of challenge run suggestions in messages lately, and while I appreciate it, I know you want your runs to be seen, it's impossible. The reason I do the kind of crowdsource the best challenge run ideas is because I don't have time to read, you know, 500 challenge run suggestions a day. This way the crowd gets to participate in democracy and vote up the ones that they want to see. In any case, again, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I will see you next time.